Hello, Happy New Year. It is 2023 and I have since become inspired by knitting again. I have found a few different channels on YouTube that I've just been absolutely binge watching, and I have become inspired to create something new. I was like, I really want to make a sweater, and yeah, this is kind of the video documenting my progress. If you would like to follow along, let's continue watching. If you enjoy it, please remember to give a like, subscribe. We'll see you later. Bye. Hello. So it is January 2nd, about 1:10. I'm just running out to grab some more wool. So as you can see, I've made a fair bit of progress on the sweater. I was kind of thinking about like what I'm going to do with the sleeves and stuff, because initially I was like, oh, I'll just make it like a super bulky and just do that. So it'll be like a really quick knit and I can just kind of get it over with. But now I'm thinking if I do a white sleeve with the super colorful body, I feel like any issues with attaching things are going to be super noticeable. So now I'm thinking I'll do like the colorful sleeves and everything, and then maybe I'll just do like white for the cuffs. And also I'm trying to be like financially smart with these decisions, so this particular wool that was the all different colors was pretty inexpensive and it was on sale. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna do that, and I'm hoping that the pattern and the colors are growing on me. I think the white helps break up some of the harshness of it, and yeah, so let's go. We were successful. A little bit more than I wanted to spend. It was like $18 for the two of them, which really isn't bad. It's just I am quite broke, but I'm gonna calculate everything and see how much this actually cost to make at the end. So anyway, I got this Wool Ease. It is in the color Fisherman. That's quite nice. And I would say it's pretty close to the same color. There was another one that I was going to get, but it just felt like there was a little bit of a cooler tone to it, where I think this is a little bit of a warmer tone. So anyway, I got those two. And of course, the super colorful yarn that I had made everything else with was obviously sold out. So we're gonna have to, you know, do some constructing of sorts. And I think I'm just gonna have to work in a lot more white, which I'm hoping I'm not gonna have to like take out what I've already done because I didn't put enough white in. But you know, it's fine. It'll work. So yeah, I'm glad that we got that, and yeah, I'm impressed that I didn't buy anything else because literally everything was on sale and it was incredibly tempting. Anyways. All right, I have finished the back panel. And I actually kind of love it. Like, I think the white really helped. Oops. I think the white just helped brighten up a little bit. I should have done maybe one more line of color up here, but I just didn't want to run out for the back and the sleeves. So I'm very happy with it. It is now time to measure. I have another 10 centimeters to go. Yay. I'm on the floor of my bedroom at the moment, and I've had another change of plans because I'm a perfectionist and I can't stick to one plan. So I went back to the knitting instructions, I guess, and I've made it way too short. And I'm like, okay, this one's like pretty short, like it's a little bit cropped. But then when I measured it up, it was like a good 4 inches different. So like what I had knitted previously was like 4 inches shorter than this one. And I'm just really not a cropped person per se, and I also work as a teacher, and I can't be wearing cropped things to work. So I'm like, okay, I've already put in X amount of hours and I have X amount of hours to finish it, that I should probably just put in like the effort, unravel the top that I've done here. So I kind of made that like swooping area for the neckline. But here, let me just show you because it'll be easier to understand. Okay, my pants are like here, right? The neckline, we're doing a whole change here. The neckline will be here. This is like above my belly button, like significantly. What was I thinking actually? Yeah, so that's not gonna work. I just kind of wanted to get it done. And you know, it will stretch, but like, it's not gonna stretch 10 inches, which is kind of what has to be done. So I'm trying to get from this ribbing to where the neckline is starting to be shaped. I'm gonna try and make it 43 centimeters, which means I have 10 more centimeters to go. And I think I'm just gonna do the rest in white. I'm gonna unravel the other panel that I've made and just do it properly because I should have done it properly the first time. But anyways, so that's where we're at the moment. I hope you're all enjoying your day as well. Hello friends. We have run out of wool. And to think I was only gonna buy one ball. Anyway, I'm gonna go grab 2 more and like they're on sale. Hopefully they still have it. Otherwise that would be unfortunate, but we're not gonna think about that. So I'm gonna go get some more wool, and I finished the 2-pack panels. I did have to unravel one situation, but that's, you know, whatever. And like it's still not long enough, but I'm kind of just gonna go and be like, oh, it's quirky. It's a little bit different, you know? So yeah, go. There, bear. Hey, no. We are officially almost done. I'm so excited. Almost completely done. So, got the one sleeve on. Just need to sew the other one on, and I'm actually kind of doing like a cool little rib on the side here, which I thought is quite nice. So we're almost done. I have actually made a sweater. Like, it's legitimately a garment. Like, we're just gonna do a little bit of a fashion walk. One moment. So I'm kind of impressed. Like, it's definitely not perfect. One sleeve is longer than the other, and there's a bit too much like fabric under here, but if you're wearing like a shirt underneath, you don't really notice. And you know, this looks a little homemade, but I also kind of love it. And yeah, like it's definitely not perfect, but I think that's kind of what is fun about it. It has a little bit of personality. It's not something that you could necessarily buy online. And yeah, so I'm quite impressed that I kind of set out to have some sort of goal for myself at the beginning of January, and I actually did it. And since I wasn't the one who created this pattern and I did use someone else's brilliant ideas, I would like to make note of that. So all that information is down below. It's a great channel that I found this pattern on, and I did make a few adjustments to her pattern. So her sleeves don't actually become this wide, and they're knit a little bit shorter. So my sleeves, I actually increased every other row when I got about halfway. So it became this like really nice baggy sleeve. My aim was to make it a little bit more of like a balloon sleeve, but like, let's be honest, we're not that advanced yet, hence whatever happened here. And then the last big difference is the video that I followed, this collar was actually folded, so it was a double cuffed, but I just did it the one cuff with the triple thread, which I kind of like. Those are kind of the variations. Before I end this video, I learned a few things along the way that I just thought would be beneficial to share with you, and maybe that if you were to ever try this project, you would learn something similar. So the first thing I learned, it's okay if it's not perfect. You know, I have such a perfectionist mindset that I'm constantly redoing things and I'm constantly trying to find that perfect result. And honestly, now that this is finished and this project is complete, I can say that the imperfections are what I like the most. Like, some of this sweater is just, it's a bit weird, it's a bit mismatch. It doesn't really follow a specific idea, but that's kind of what I like about it. And in the imperfections, I'm kind of learning to appreciate the differences in kind of everything that we do. The second thing that I learned was wool is freaking expensive. You know, I think it's wonderful to have new hobbies and to explore new interests, but I'm also really trying to get my finances in order this year, and I didn't realize like how expensive it was to actually create your own clothing. And I think it's given me a new perspective when I go shopping and when I make purchases, and I can kind of view not just like my hobbies and what I do with my spare time, but view my purchases in general as investments. The last thing is I learned that goals that I make for myself in my life don't always have to be a contributing factor for the success of everything else I do in my life. I'm not sure if that makes sense. What I'm trying to say is, I think personally I'm always caught up in like, okay, what's gonna bring me ahead? Like, what's gonna boost me forward? How am I gonna be successful? You know, get that edge. What are the goals that I have for myself that are gonna achieve those things? And sometimes I find myself getting really discouraged when all my goals are focused on the success that I have yet to reach. And I think sometimes it's important to have goals outside of that. You know, people are always talking about side hustles and, you know, making success for yourself and creating businesses, and it gets so overwhelming for me sometimes. Even though I want to be that person and I want to have those side hustles and I want to be successful in my own self, I think it's also important to have goals outside of that, and not everything that you do has to contribute toward future success. Sometimes it can simply be because you enjoy doing it. I hope those 3 little points made sense. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully we can accomplish some more goals in the future together and perhaps make another piece of fashion. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.